This is Scott from KIG. It's August 4th, 2016, and we're going to do a quick run-off test yet for another Advantage 1.5 horsepower, 1.5 ton air-cooled chiller, 208 volt. In this case here, this is going to a brewery called Birds Fly South Ale Project, or BFS. It's kind of cool. We have the covers off. We'll leave the covers off. We're going to give it a quick cleaning before we crate it up. But we usually, units like this, this particular unit does not need the covers on for appropriate airflow. Some chillers do. So we're going to simply just power the unit up here. Just really basic 208 or 230 single phase power right into the chiller. And right now it's about 7 o'clock in the morning here. We just let it warm up overnight so we can see it chill down. Very simple. Take your set point, bring it down. You can actually go down to 20. Do not do that. That's a little bit too cold. 28's usually your desired set point for a brewery. And right now it's at 71. These type of controllers have an overshoot somewhere between 2 and 4 degrees. So it'll go past your 28, and then by several degrees, the compressor will shut off. The pump always remains running, of course. Then it will go back up to a degree or so above set point before it turns back on. That's kind of your differential range. One last thing we'll do before it ships out is we'll put one more piece of insulation on this suction line. This is your positive displacement pump. That's a brand new stainless pump, about 200 bucks, the pump head, which is kind of nice. This is all new piping here, and we like to insulate everything, which we have done. Now, so we're drawing off our tank into our pump. Now this line, follow my finger, goes out to process. See, it says there, to your process, and this one returns back. This here is your bypass line. You don't have to put a pipe in an additional bypass here. And our technician Dana went so far as to even insulate that. And that's your pressure regulated bypass there. And you tweak that to make sure you don't have too much pressure going out to your brewery tanks. And these are just our test fittings here. We just have a little loop. Well, I need to double check, but I'm pretty sure those look like 3/4 inch NPT connections there. We have Glycol in the tank right now. That is a new sight glass. The discoloration or the color simply is due to the glycol we have in the tank. And you see we're down to 60 already. I'll do a second video after it's been holding temp, say, for an hour, and just to add credibility, you know, maybe show you how some frost will be building up here. Again, we'll insulate this here. That's just the last thing before we do a final cleaning and crate it up. This type of unit has a coil and tank exchanger. So the refrigerant and the fluid go through this coil here. We actually like these on smaller chillers. Simple and get some really good heat transfer. And you still should have a Y strainer or some type of filter on your process water, but if they are more forgiving, I said process water, I mean process glycol, of course, they are more forgiving than your typical braze plate heat exchanger. So typical, I'm pretty sure this will ship out with this SJO cord here, and that's just your single phase 208 power coming into the main here. This we do have the full the full manual online for this actual chiller, and we leave it online, as well as the runoff videos for our customers to access. So we usually leave them marked sold, and we leave hundreds of chillers up online with the appropriate manuals, because we have about 30 different models that come through this shop. Today, you can see back here, we're rebuilding a 3-ton thermal care. Got a brand new tank we manufactured that's going in here. This is a 1-ton low temperature FPS laboratory chiller. There's another one back here. This is our small chiller test area. Usually stuff between lower than 5 tons we bring in here. 5 tons to 50 tons we usually have in the front of the shop. So I'm going to do video number 2 after it reaches set point shortly. Thanks.